Hey y'all. Um, let's get that stuff out of the way. Not that there's ow, 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 ow. This one we want to look at. All right. So, hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I need to do some things here on the side. I thought I was ready to go, and I was almost ready to go. All right. So, yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm the only one here, but that's okay. I am surrounded by cats. It is cold, so there's a cat in front of me, and then there's another cat actually in my lap right now. Um, they're both gonna try to fit in my lap. This is gonna make it hard to make maps, and it's also very adorable. Um, all right, so I said cats. That means people should show up to my stream, right? All right, dude. All right, dude. All right, dude. One cat at a time. So yeah, so let's go ahead and let's see. Here we go. Um, been working on this stuff since like Thursday, maybe Wednesday, and here's where I am. Today I'm going to work on these two, and then if I get around to it, I'm going to work on waterfalls as well. Um, anything else? Think that's it for the moment. I might try to knock out like a couple of these are going to be really easy. Crater, actually, that's going to be really easy too. Although, Crater, I've got an interesting idea for that one. I think I want to put that in town instead of putting it like in the woods or something. Elevator, I finally came up with an idea of how to do that last night. Thank God, because that one's been wearing on me. Warehouse, factory, laboratory, those are going to be just city maps. They're just going to be just sweat and grime. There's nothing weird about those. Underwater, I have an idea for that. Um, and then tower, alley. Alley, I might make a new city, modular city template and feature alley for that. I'm 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 struggling with that. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and so let's do a quick recap, and I'm gonna make this really quick. Let's do a quick recap of the stuff that I've done. So we have this modular. We have this exterior hideout exterior. Sorry, y'all. Have office as soon as it loads. We have vault, and vault also features, so you have to go in there and go around and keep going around like it's set up. That'll be interesting to see what that, and then vault also has a second story here. And I'm not going to show off the ones that I'm making in advance. We'll wait. I'll just show off the ones that I've made. And then this one I'm super duper happy with. This is mines. So I really wish I'd streamed this. At the same time, I'm kind of glad I'm not because I feel like I made some headway because I didn't. But I'm really happy with the detail that this took. Like I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. And the good news is that so while I didn't stream me making this and putting this stuff together, I'm using the same template today. So for this one that I'm doing right now, it's going to be using these same assets that I put together, except for this next part. It's not going to be using this part. this part. I actually need to put together some, I think, assets. I might need to put together some assets for today for the second part, but we'll see. And then, yeah. And I probably could have put some more stuff in here. I might even go back later and do that, but I was happy with the minimalist kind of working on this. I was happy with that. So anyway, that's what I did. So now let's look at today's. I need to move this over here. Okay. So let's close these out. Can leave that up. Can leave that up. All right. So here's what I've got. So I took a forest layer and I put and I kind of got it set up, and then I'm going to have this map layer, this modular. So the theme is pit mines, and so that's where we are. So I'm going to do this right here. So what I want to do now is I want to make entrances to the mines, and if you hadn't already thought of this, the next prompt, Hive, is going to be directly related to this map, and I'm so excited about that. It's just going to be a modified version of this map, is all it's going to be. So anyway, let's take. So what we want to have entrances to the mines. So we're going to put one right there. We're going to put one, and I want to make them 10 feet wide. Let's make one right here. Let's make one right here. And then I have some stuff to do on the top, but I sort of wanted to figure out what's going on with the mines before I did that, because like I want to have like a building on top, like a mining company building, and they're just going to be wood buildings that they hastily put up. But I want to have, I want to do that stuff. All right. So actually, we might go ahead and we might need to modify this. I did actually make, so some of these textures you're seeing, these are all modular. On my Roll20, my Patreon roadmap for Roll20 is a modular mindset. So while I was putting this stuff together yesterday, I went ahead and made it modular. Just to do it, I mean, if I'm already working with those kinds of assets with that kind of feel, I might as well. And that's just go ahead and getting ready, doing this stuff. Oh, and I can do this. I can show you all how to do this. So since I have those selected, when I hit layer mask, it's going to go ahead and propagate that for me, which is awesome. All right, so now we've got that. So now let's scale these down, because what I want to do, so this is, those are 5 feet, so what do you think? Yeah, 2 feet, 2.5 feet would be the beams that are actually supporting this stuff. Actually, it's probably not quite as wide. So let's go ahead and let's make this, instead of 50, we'll make this 200. So this is going to be a quarter of a square, right? These are each square quarters, so 4 of these across equal a square. And let's go ahead and do that. And we might save these tops that are going to be the tops of the of these support frameworks. All right, there we go. This is just gonna make sure. Click on my layer mask. So like Alyssa will paint on the wrong layer sometimes. Alyssa Faden, if you watch this and you haven't seen Alyssa Faden, you really should. She's amazing. Um, she's not the only one. You know, I think it's okay at the entrances just to go ahead and make these like this. Let's go ahead and just do that at the entrances. If I have some supports inside, I might scale those down, but for these, I think that's good. Alright, and boy, really excited about this. Um, really just like don't know how to describe how excited I am. I mean, yeah, there's no one in here right now, but man, it's the whole yeah, so should I blah 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 should I just mute the mic and just work until someone shows up? I guess I will. I'm gonna mute the mic for a few minutes, y'all. I hope my voice is well. There's no one to help me find out, but maybe someone will show up in chat. Bloodluster is in chat, but I don't know if Bloodluster is listening. Well, Bloodluster, if you hear this, thanks for watching. It's gonna be a fun time. Hopefully, I'll get to both of these maps during this single stream. Although I don't know, I might take a break. I went ahead, and the reason why I went ahead and started on this is because I was eating breakfast, and I didn't want to eat breakfast and stream at the same time. All right, so I'm gonna actually hide this for a second. Yeah, so this is fun because this is gonna be. I know I said I was gonna go on mute, and then here I am talking. Yeah, this is gonna be so much fun because this is gonna be you're gonna have your overland stuff, and then you're gonna have the mine stuff, and then when I get to the next section, Hive, it's gonna be like a whole new. It's going to be like a bunch of tunnels, and I don't even know exactly how I'm going to do it, but it's hopefully going to be quite creepy. I saw one like this a long time ago, and I'm really excited to kind of, and I want to make like a dirt effect, like a dirt pile that has a hole in the middle that obviously goes somewhere, so like something erupted out of the ground. I want to make an asset of that and put that in here. So I don't know if I'm going to try to make that in this folder or if I'm going to open up one of my asset because I have some places. I've places that are specifically designated for me to make an assets. So I might open one of those up. I just got to figure out what makes sense. So this is what these are going to look like. So I think I need to make some adjustments here. I like where this is going, but at the same time, located thing right here. And this will be modular with my 4 sets. Oh, well, I've got some people watching. I hope y'all stick around. I hope people who are watching stick around and watch. That'd be awesome. But if not, that's cool too. Part of the reason I'm doing this, that I'm streaming all this stuff, is because I'd kind of like to document what's going on with this Mapvember. Oh, oops, I did that completely wrong. And it's it's generating. I'm putting a lot on this Mapvember marketing. I've scaled back my normal like day-to-day marketing that I do of my sets. And believe it or not, I mean, the results haven't been too terrible. But I mean, there's definitely, you know, that's, you know, you do that and I mean, it is what it is. I never know how much marketing is too much, so I just beat my head against it. I would like to get a little bit more savvy, especially if I'm doing this stuff where I'm just impromptu streaming. Start setting up some of the commands, like get a bot mod and stuff like that. So I can. It's not going to be too bad with this map. As far as not being able to see who's in chat or if people are chatting or anything. Oh, back to 2 viewers. Oh well. Because I already have all my sets and I'm going to add like a I think I already said I'm going to add like a building and a little like camp area above here. But other than that, I'm not just playing with like a million assets, which I am sometimes. So like when I was doing those in city building interiors, in which case my second monitor where I usually can kind of keep an eye on chat, I've got my resources set up on that, like my mapping resources, and so I can't really see that, so I can't see if people are in chat. But that's a non-issue on a Sunday morning. It's a lazy Sunday morning. Lazy Sunday morning. Well, we could do that, but I might end up wiping out a lot of this grass that's nearby. I might end up wiping out a lot of that in the final version. We'll see. I just want to kind of so here's the plan. I'm going to get this lower part kind of settled and work on this on the lazy Leland Khan. That your name looks familiar. Hello, Leland. Leland Khan. Lazy Sunday evening. Yeah, well, cool. So are you EU time? Let's see. It's 11 a.m. for me, so it'd be like 6 p.m. in like the UK and something similar to that for Germany. Maybe a little bit later in Germany. Welcome to the stream, LK. We'll just go with that for a second until I can make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Alright. So... there we go. We'll do that for a minute. Lylan. Okay. Lylan, I got it. Lylan. Thank you. I want to say people's names correctly. I just struggle with it. Many Americans I know have a fondness for throwing in an extra. Alright, so that's what I wanted. I want to go ahead and get that worked out. Oh, you can't see what it actually looks like because I didn't turn the effect on. Modular ground. That's what it's actually going to look like. Let's go ahead. So this particular, this is the same Photoshop that has, Photoshop file that has, so it becomes Lilin. Lilin. Yeah. I didn't do that. Lilan. Alright, so that's where we're going. So what I want to make here is I'm going to make little, so yeah, like here I don't really have a lot of space to move, so I might go up here a little bit. I want to build these mines out just a little bit in these directions, but I've got to move, I've got to leave some room because this whole hive thing is going to come up, and that's just going to kind of be, it's going to make this whole new thing of stuff that's happening. So let's go ahead and we're going to turn this off now. Wow, that's a mess, isn't it? Okay, so let's... Alright. That's what we're worrying about at the moment. It's time to delete this stuff. So where do I know you from, Lylan? Are you from the Fantasy Maps Discord? Or Twitter? Or DOMS? Or something else? How did you see my stream? Because, yeah, I actually didn't, nope, nope, and nope. Are you just, how did you find me? I'm just curious. I'd like to know the answers to these things. Looking for group. Really? But I didn't advertise this on looking for group, did I? I don't think I did. Okay, I think I have seen your name over there. Okay, so you, okay, so you followed me thanks to looking for group, and then you saw I was streaming and just popped on over. Well, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'm trying to build up some buzz for this Mapvember stuff, so, and this is fun to kind of keep me from chattering on Discord to people. The difference is when I chatter with people on Discord when I'm not streaming, is that means I'm probably not working. Which right now, with the amount of work that I have remaining to do, which I can pull up for you if you're interested. So this is what we're working on. Mapvember 2019. I started working on this Wednesday or Thursday. And so far I've done Hideout, Office, Vault, Tomb, Inn, Temple, and I'm working on Pit Mine and Hive right now. And it's a lot of maps. And we're going to be writing some adventures to go with them this year, is the plan. We've already started. And so I need to go ahead and get these maps knocked out so we can focus on kind of that other aspect of it. I was really excited with, since you're here, I was really excited with the one I did last night. This is Tomb. This is the map I'm using right now, is using the exact same assets that I put together for this one. This is using the exact same stuff. It's not going to be using this stuff. Hold on, there we go. It's got to kind of process for a second. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. Thanks. Thanks. I was very happy with that one. I was very happy. I made new modular textures to go with it. Or in order to do that, I had to make some modular textures, which was a lot of fun. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. So now, let's go ahead and how do we want to do this? So like I said, I don't really have a lot of room to maneuver on in some of these places because it's towards the edge of my map. See, yeah, when 50 by 50 map is a fantastic size, except for when it's not. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, sometimes things are kind of cluttered, and my city maps have a tendency to get really cluttered. But for like these I kind of like. It's fun to kind of keep it nice and base. Because I mean, who doesn't like a river or a chasm in the middle of their map, right? That's the or well DMs that is. I don't know about players might not like care for that stuff. But we're not really making maps for players. This is very much a DM facing uh, hobby slash now side profession. All right, so we're gonna do. So we're gonna erase. Whoop, it's the wrong thing. What am I working with here? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I need to go to upper. Oops. There we go. There we go. All right, we're gonna turn that. We're gonna turn that off so it. Let's see. Lion Khan says, well, as a player, I love simpler maps. It allows me to ask stuff like, what does it look like? Is there any rubble I can hide behind it, etc., etc. I feel some of the more highly detailed maps lack that imagination. Yeah, yeah, and that definitely. I don't know if Tom Kartos or Miss J Maps are planning on are gonna make it. They're also map makers and they're map makers. And funny enough, they're not tabletop RPG. They're both trying to get into it, but they're both like brand new or haven't really done much tabletop RPG playing or GMing or DMing or anything. And and Tom is like a fantastic. He's actually an architect, so you can imagine how badass his houses look. Um, yeah, shout out to Tom Kartos. Anyone who's watching this, you should check his stuff out. But one advantage I do have is that I play a lot. I play a weekly 5th Ed game. I run a weekly 5th Ed game that's tonight, in fact. Um, and I have a lot of tabletop RPG experience. And there's value to that because I can look at a scenario and say, oh, because I play Rogue. So Lylan, Con, you were talking about stuff to hide behind. Yeah, like I'll be like, oh, I better put some stuff here for the Rogue. Rogue Rogue needs to hide needs some stuff to hide behind. So So yeah, I definitely consider that, or try, I'll say. I'm not sure if I succeed, but I try to consider those things when I'm map making. Um, and I haven't really done a lot of adventure writing before. I think a good map, for me at least, is all I need. Like I don't need an adventure if I have a good map, because I can look at the map and be like, oh, just looking at this map, I have plenty of ideas of what to do with it. Um, anyway, that's just my 2 cents for however little it's worth, which is probably quite a little. Um, Not really doing a whole lot, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't think we have to. I don't think we have to do stuff in every corner. I'm trying to get away from all of my maps because I make maps that are 50 by 50. Some of the older ones, especially, can feel really boxy. I had felt like I had to use every single amount of space on every map, and that's just not the case. And the maps kind of look better. It looks like a beating heart. That looks like a heart to me. I don't know. And if any of y'all are watching this, I can do that because it's mine. But yeah, on social media, don't compare artists' work to things, especially unflattering things. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not nice. As artists, we do not appreciate it. But in this case, I think it's cool. So, but just as a general rule, because you never know what the intent behind the art was, so you never know if that's going to be taken as a compliment or an insult, because they may say, oh, it does kind of does, or maybe be like, well, that's messed up because that's not what I wanted it to look like at all. Um, so yeah. And God, I don't have to be careful. Jesus, what's wrong with me? Okay, so there we go. So I have. Let's add. Um, let's add. Yeah. Let's add some boards. Let's add some dirt. This dirt texture has like rocks. It's more rocky, and they're larger rocks. So I'm gonna put those like kind of in here. It's gonna be really interesting to see how the hive portion of this works, or if it works, really. So I did this predominantly just to be able to add a little bit of dirt on top of these boards. Alright, that's looking good, I think. I think we need to let's see. Well, and here's the good news. Having that little space over in the right gives me a place to put Hive stuff. So what I've been doing, what I did last night at least while I was making these maps, I was actually watching Carnival Row. I was I'm intrigued by Carnival Row. I'm intrigued. Um, One of my concerns is it feels like they're setting up several story arcs and might be overreaching a little bit. And like they might, I feel like when shows set up really complex storylines, a lot of times they end up having to just sort of like close them out to get rid of them. Looks like it's just me now. Or well, no, there's two people. Lyle and Colin might still be there. We'll see. Um, yeah, Lyle and Colin is still there. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Carnival Row. Like it's fine. I think it's a perfectly fine show. I'm happy with it. There's some things about it I'm really happy about. There's some things that like. Um, I'm really curious. I need to do some research because I'm really curious about what. I was still here. No, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, I like it. Let's see. All right, let's. Oh, I see what's going on here. I need to this right here. I need to expand that a little bit. Oh, oops. I forgot about that. And I didn't do this. Okay, there we go. Yep, that's what I wanted. Doing like the dark wood. This is Sounds by Sirenscape. This is like dark woods. There's a dungeon one too. There isn't one specifically for mines, but or at least not that I'm gonna start purchasing their stuff soon. It's I'm very much a fan. Once I figure out how to stream it via Roll20 or Discord, it's going to be a done deal. But I haven't figured that part out yet. But for like a fantasy tabletop RPG soundboard, it's fantastic. And the graphics are cool, and there's all different kinds of sounds to choose from, and that's even just on the free layer. That's even without like getting into the paid stuff. You can purchase packages and stuff like that. I think This looks like it's just 4. Yeah, that's actually just 4 different boulders. I'm gonna split up one of these groups so that I can grab these and kind of decorate with them if I want. And there's a line there I don't like. I need to get to here in a second. Legends, Golden Savior. Hey, Golden Savior. I don't know where I know you from, but I know you from somewhere. Legends Golden Savior says, nice map. Thanks. I'll show, where's the one so here's the one I did yesterday. Just a quick, just to catch up. This is what we're working on. I started this Wednesday or Thursday. I've done a hideout, office vault, tomb, and temple. Working on pit mine and hive right now. Hopefully I'll get waterfalls knocked out today. Here's the one from yesterday, Golden Savior. I kind of wish I'd stream this. These are, and all of this is modular too, so I can make a modular set for Roll20. Like this isn't, but the textures that I'm using are. I made modular textures last night. I'm just over myself happy with this map. Like I'm absolutely in love with it in every way, shape, and form. As a DM, and then so they mined into a tomb, and then so you can do something there. I made this little weird floor hallway so the DM can do something with it, and then we have the final tomb. But yeah, those are the assets, and those are the same assets that I'm using. I have a confession to make. I have no expectation that this map is going to turn out as well as that one, because I'm just so thrilled with that map. I'm just over myself. Gaga after that map. I love it so much. Legends Golden Savior said Discord, haha. Oh, this is the Mapvember thing you've been talking about. Yeah, Legends Golden Savior. It looks really nice. Yeah, if you stick around for a few minutes, you'll get to see there's some more stuff going on here. I'm just doing kind of the gritty detail work, but there's actually we're probably about to start working on this next. There's a whole overland forest thing on top, and I'm just working on this. I'm trying to get this stuff knocked out real quick. Okay, so speaking of which, I need to figure out how to handle that, but we're not going to worry about that for right now. Okay, so what was I doing? I was doing boulders. Was doing these lower boulders. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take some of these. And just scatter them around. Probably also going to need some crates and barrels down here. Ooh. And I need to make picks and shovels, y'all. I forgot. I need to make picks and shovels. Phooey. Do y'all want to see me continue working on this, or do you want me to see? Y'all want to watch me make a crate and a pick and a shovel? Because I can do that too. Legends Golden Savior. Man, something I love about Photoshop is how everyone's is different, or how they organize the UI at least. Oh, definitely. I'm very big into like just I want stuff like just what I'm using. So like the swatches, I don't have the swatches over here. The color swatches because this isn't a map where I'm going to be using that a whole lot. But every once in a while, and then I have to go up to window and pull out the swatches and then pick what I want. But I don't. I almost never use it. The only time I use swatches is at the very end when I'm doing lighting, and I have a yellow I like to use for my lamps, or for my lanterns, and it's the only time I use it. So I don't keep it up. I don't keep it around. I'm not going to keep it around if I'm not using it like that. I mean, I use it, for like 2 minutes out of every map that I make. So it's just not something that's worth having floating around my space here. Lylan Khan says I'm absolutely terrible at Photoshop, but I use Illustrator a fair bit. Fair enough. Oh, Illustrator's its own beast. Props on you for that. That's its own thing right there. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. Any word about whether or not y'all want to watch me make a pick and a shovel? Because if you don't object, I'm gonna make a pick and a shovel. Expanded interior objects. I need to figure out where I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make a new one. Oh yeah, I'll let y'all look at that for a second. Alright. See if y'all are objecting over here to me doing this. Let's see. Legend Golden Savior says, "Do it." Lylan Khan says, "Make some more art assets." Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do these two. So I got this off Pixabay, and if y'all don't know, Pixabay is so the stuff is commercially licensed with no attribution. The bad news is they have a real limited set of stuff, but stuff like this, man. Like, this is all I need. This is what I need right here. Let's see if there's anything else I want to convert to my mines. For my mines real quick, since I'm at it. I don't think so. Yeah, for this case, I'd toyed around with the idea of maybe making mine carts and whatnot, but in light of things, like, I don't really feel like I need to. So this is 10 by 10 inches. And this is not going to take terribly long. Normally the hardest part of this kind of stuff is actually building the shapes, but since that's done for me, because I found them on Pixabay, that's not a necessity. So here's all we're going to do. We're going to duplicate layer. Alright, so we're going to have the metal, and then we're going to have the shaft. So the shaft, I already have all of my textures in our pattern overlay. My textures are from textures.com, and those are also licensed for what I want to do. I've got a couple of wood textures in here, and so now I'm just going to kind of I think it's going to end up being that one. think, there we go. That's about the level I was looking for. So let's go ahead and rasterize layer. We're going to do a couple things to this real quick. We're going to sharpen, and then we're going to drop. And sometimes I'm going to give a heads up on this. Sometimes making my assets takes a lot longer, and it's because of not having that shape. If I have to build that shape myself in a way, or it's a complex object, it can take a long time. But this is kind of the perfect best case scenario here. Alright, now this metal, I've been struggling with metals and what I want to use for it. I do like flagstone, but no. So there is the metal. I think this is a default Photoshop metal one. Oh wow, that's almost perfect too, because it's actually got that crease in the shovel. But it's not aligning perfectly. No matter what I do, it looks like it's staying the same. It is staying the same. That's almost perfect too. But we don't need it. Let's see. Lyland says this series of shovels was made by Angmar by using stone shape as a cheap way of mass production. Yeah. Right. And one thing I've found is that sometimes the coolest thing is not the thing at all. It's like something completely different, but you can mess around with the colors and tones and everything, and then it comes out looking like what you want. I know this is gonna seem weird, but I'm gonna try this. I know you're like, what is he doing? Well, I'll show you what I'm doing. Oops. First I have to rasterize. Let's see. I'm just playing around here real quick, and this is the other part of why I don't stream asset generation very often. Is I don't feel like I'm very good at it, so it involves me just sort of like fucking around most of the time. Um, so I think ooh, that noise actually got me. what the hell? I still don't like it. Oh, okay. That's why. I need to have it where I can barely see it. Oops. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I just want this shadow right here where it's connecting to the actual deal. Honestly, y'all, I think that's a shovel. Like, especially considering, yeah, especially considering it's gonna be shrunken by a lot. Like this is 10 times the size it's gonna be. I think that's a shovel. That's. And now it's time for a pick. And I know it's just, and these are those things that this pick and shovel. Like I'm gonna get so much use out of these. I'm gonna be using these forever. So I don't mind spending a few minutes, like getting them right, because they're gonna be. These are things I'm gonna be using for frickin' ever. No water picks. Sorry, water. You don't get to. You don't get to do that one. And we could actually mess with. I might go back and mess with the with like the color, the lightness, and everything. But we'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab. Oh, I guess what I don't like about this pick is I don't like that's rounded, but this isn't, and that's bothering me. It's close enough, I think. There we go. Yeah, that completely does it. All right. So we did the water. I mean, it was okay, but not my favorite. Ooh, plaid pick. Let's go up here. So if you're still there, Golden Savior, I forget which. Are you on the Looking for Group Discord too? Is that where I remember you from? I know you from somewhere. That is, if you're still watching. I get confused. I'm in too many Discords now. Or is it from Dom's maybe? Okay, cool. I don't know if you've noticed this. I have been. Oh, cool. I need to go check those out. Yeah, you are more than welcome to share the links to your Inktober if you'd like. I would enjoy seeing those. Um, oops. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed. I've been not in Looking for Group a lot lately. I've been in some more servers with other creatives and more around like my mapping and stuff like that. So been kind of focusing on that stuff. Now I would like to. We're gonna do something a little bit more. Oh, I'm gonna try to do something here, and my apologies if it 100% fails, because that's entirely possible. This is what it's like watching me work on assets. Is me doing like weird stuff. You can't see what I'm doing here, but did that work? I don't know if that worked. I don't know if I like this or not. We're about to find out. I think it almost worked. There it goes. Yep, that worked. I did it. I did a thing. Alright, I'm going to Control S on my big thing while I read y'all's comments. Golden Savior says you post your cats in the art section. I like the cats. That looks super good. Thanks on all that. Yes, I've been posting Inktober cats done on sticky notes at my day job. I'm up to day 17. I'm gonna actually have to do more. The first day of October, I sat down and I just did like 18 of them or 17 of them. Ooh, that's taking a while to save. That's not good. That's not good. I'm gonna have to clean up that file. That's all right. Let's go back over to these real quick. I'm gonna do. Ooh, I kind of like that. Alright, well there we go. I made myself a pick and a shovel. Lylan Collins says, I like the result on those two assets. Thanks. Like I said, these were relatively easy because I already had shapes, and normally that's a big part of it, is actually making the shapes. And since I was able to find shapes, that made it way easier. But yeah, that's how I build assets in Photoshop. If I didn't have the shapes, it would just be probably 30 minutes or 10 to 30 minutes of me sitting there trying to make a shape that looks like a shovel, which is where Illustrator would be coming real handy. Lyland Con is getting a pad and Illustrator and being able to sketch stuff. Like that would make my life a lot easier. But I'm not quite there yet, but I'm close. All right, so let's go ahead and put here's where I put everything in the other one. So let's call these floors. Let's call these done. Let's call these done. I think they're pretty done. And what that lets me do is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate them and then merge that layer so that the effects are there, but it's not slowing down my computer. Lylan Khan says, now time to shovel them in everywhere. Yeah, it is about shovel time. So now, where are my boulders? There's my boulders. We're going to do something here real quick. Whoop, that is the wrong layer. So you can tell all I'm doing here is I'm just adding. So I have those boulders under this wall, this cliffy wall, and I want to have some boulders on top of it too. Specifically in places where I have, like over here, where I have some stuff to make it look like it was like a little avalanche or something like that. I want to have some stuff on top. This is going to be really interesting when the Hive part comes out. I still haven't quite figured out how that's going to look and if I'm going to add any additional textures. I might. I literally just haven't figured that out yet. I'm just doing this one step at a time, y'all. I'm just trying to. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Alright, barrels. Barrels, barrels, barrels. Oh. Oh, I could delete my stairs too. I forgot I used stairs in the last one, but I don't have stairs in this one, so. Oh. Yep. I need to bring in my ladders. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab these, and grab these, and we'll grab that, and delete all the rest of them, so I can keep an eye on where my things are located. So I think let's put this over here. And I definitely have to get ladders. But ladders are going to be on that top layer. They're not going to be on this layer. They're going to be like on the forest layer. However, we can go ahead and let's go. So we have some crates right there. Let's grab these crates. Golden Savior says, I gotta go for now, but it looks solid. Thanks for chatting. Thank you, Golden Savior. I know you probably won't see that. You're probably long gone, but thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm keeping an eye to see if Alyssa Faden shows up. She had threatened, this is normally her day off, but she had threatened to stream today, so if she does, I'm gonna raid her channel if she shows up. I don't know why I put these over the walls in the last map, but I think I'm gonna undo that. I think I'm gonna move these around once we get some boxes and stuff. Let's move some barrels around too. Just like have barrels running around the place, you know. Just makes it look better. I could actually take, I think I have some broken barrels and stuff and wood. Oh. This could use some lumber. Like this whole area could use some lumber. Like a lot. I think that would do some things for it. This is turning out pretty cool, y'all. And I haven't even started on the upper. I might not put a lot of detail into the upper thing. I might just put a couple of fires and a couple of houses. And I might kind of gloss, because I've spent a couple hours on this. Or, well, no, I guess I haven't yet. Well, yeah, I started around 10. I've only been streaming for like an hour. Alright, let's grab... Oh, I didn't. It's a big no-no, y'all. I always add these whenever I make a new stuff. I always add these to my... Alright, it's time to scale these real quick. So that's 5 feet, so that'll be 6 foot. Yeah, that's good. This music's a little creepy. I'm gonna be kind of honest, y'all. I'm pretty excited. This is looking good. This is looking real good. Um, Lylan says, ooh, a little foreman's hut and a small abandoned miners camp would be cool on the top map on all the ground. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, Lylan. That's absolutely the plan. It's been my plan since the beginning. I don't know if I mean, I could do the interior of the hut. That's not going to be a huge deal. Just, oh, yeah, that'll work. Okay. So the only thing left is on this layer is I want to add some lumber. And I need to figure out, I need to do a version. Oh, I forgot. Lanterns. I don't think I'm going to do hanging lanterns in this version like I did in the other one, just because this isn't as established, I think. This is kind of a newer mine, as evidenced by the fact they haven't got real far yet. So I think I'm going to wipe out my hanging lanterns and I'm just going to go for regular lanterns. So let's grab those real quick. I have gotten so much use out of these damn lanterns, let me tell you. Oops. Still have to do my lumber. Not forgetting it. Just doing this real quick because I thought I'd done everything I wanted to do except for the lumber, and then I realized I did this. And then also I need to make a version of these. Whoa. Alright. Now, lumber. Let's find some lumber. There's cat. Because it's cold. So cats are getting cuddly. There's a relationship between... Okay, stop. He's bumping my hand while I'm trying to move this board around. There's a relationship between how cold it is and how much my cats love me. It definitely works that way. Okay, stop bumping my hand. Yes, okay, scritches. Scritches. Here you go, scritches. And this dressing is all going to be put behind those walls here in a second. There you go. I think that's good. I don't think we need a ton of boards. I was thinking about having like stacks and stuff, but I don't think that's necessary. I think this is good. It's good flavoring for what we're doing. Okay, so now all of this stuff is tossed below here. And now I think the so I don't think I'm going to use these. I used these in the last one, but I don't think I am. They're braces, but because we're not going very far in, I don't think that's necessary, so I'm going to delete those. Now these, we need to do something with this real quick. So So we need a version of these entrances for when you're looking at these caves inside instead of the ones above. So we're gonna have solid, and then we're gonna have a version. Oh darn it! That's not what I was trying to do. Actually, we can pull these up here real quick, and we can go ahead and merge that whole group. Wow, okay. We're getting really close, y'all. The force placement is going to take me 30-40 minutes probably. And then I can start working on the... Oh, we're down to 2 viewers. Oh, well. Looks like Lyland's still here. Alright. think, let's try this. Let's do 25% and see what happens. What do you think about that? Might do a second pass. All right. Wow. All right. All right, let's show off the cat. I'm gonna move you. Man, you were so heavy. Here's Buddy. Oh. I'll let him stay in my lap for a few minutes, but man. All right, so let's. Oh, I was on mute. I don't know how long I've been on mute. Probably since the last took water, but I haven't said a whole lot, so. It was looking good. We're going to ignore the grass for a minute. Let's go ahead and focus on getting this upper stuff. Get this upper stuff merged. So placing, we're not going to have to do a whole lot of placing of. I kind of have an idea. I don't think I'm going to do the foreman like a foreman like special cabin just because I'm ready to be. I'm sort of ready to be done with this map, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's not that I'm mad at it or anything, but I'm ready to move on to the next one. So I don't doing like an interior, like a mining company interior or something like that. I think that's too much. But let's see if I can do this real quick. Well, do I even want to do interiors? I'm not sure if I do. Not sure if I do. So how many people do we think are working down there? Alright, I lied. I'm gonna put it. Well, I just don't think I'm gonna do the interiors, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put one kind of like larger building here. Yeah, that would be a problem with doing these cabins. I don't have a small interior stove. I never built one. I need to. All I have are, I've got a couple of fireplaces that I built. This makes me want to build a mining camp booth, marketplace booth. I have all these other marketplace booths. Um, for some reason, most of these ones in my palette don't have shadows, but there's a handful that do, and I always just pull them in and immediately delete the shadows because my brain has learned which ones they are, or like my reflexes, but I should be just deleting those shadows and using new assets without, like, that's just wasted time. I need to just replace those with the versions that don't have shadows. There we go. I like cluttered things. I love cluttered things. Just looks so better. Yeah, like clean looking stuff. I don't like. Doesn't doesn't feel real to me. Doesn't look. I am done with people who complain about immersion because they use it to justify all kinds of really ridiculous shit, like consent in gaming and stuff like that. It'll break immersion. But I do have a preference for how I like my map styles. Definitely. I'm not gonna say it breaks immersion, but it just feels nicer to me. There we go. I think those are all of my crates that have in my palette folder that have shadows. So I just gotta delete the old ones and put those in there. Okay. A couple of water barrels running around. This one has coffee beans in it. Over there. I'll put a campfire there in the middle. And we could put picks and stuff up here. Ah, hell. I feel like I have to do it now. Just because I said it, now I have to put picks and shovels up here. But not many. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. But, I mean, I think it helps to have like that feel of like a mining camp if there's some picks and shovels just kind of tossed around the place. There we go. God, this is looking so good, y'all. Ooh, we have someone. Sorry, I haven't been looking at chat. I've been, Les Johnson. What's the current file size? Oh, Jesus. Well, you gotta keep something else in mind too. This has my tomb map in the same Photoshop file, so I double up sometimes. But right now, before that save, we're looking at 4.92 gigabytes. So Les Johnson, 4.92 gigabytes, although this hasn't finished saving, so it might have gone up a little bit. Alright, the last things I want a fire. I think I'm going to put some chairs and a fire. And then I think then we're doing the trees and the cliffs and stuff, and then we're done. Alright, I can't find it. Crates and barrels. Forest objects. And I'll be able to keep a better eye on chat now because I'm almost done placing objects. Got one more thing. I'm gonna drag some chairs out here. Have some chairs around. We'll have some chairs and barrels around this campfire. Got some stools. Toss a couple stools out here. Oh, I thought I have an idea. Sometimes I forget to use those. I do like them. Whoop. There's no way to get in that cabin. I blocked all the entrances. I need to... Whoops. I need to unblock it. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Because I want to do something real quick. There we go. Okay, now... Alright, I'm going to start looking at chat again now, because I'm done placing assets. Oh, okay. There's been no activity in chat. Fantastic. Yeah. 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 That makes me so happy. That makes me so very happy right there. Oh. You know, I thought about putting some debris or like holes in these roofs and stuff. Let's try one real quick and see what happens, and then I'm probably gonna move on. I mean, if they just built this to do this, it doesn't feel like there's gonna be time to have like, you know, this hasn't been here for real long. But, you know, just so y'all know, like I could put like these on there and have like some holes in the roofs. Alright, Josh. You need to calm down. I'm seeing other stuff I can put in here, though. Like some wagon wheels. Rock me, kobold, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, kobold, any way you feel. Hey, kobold, rock me. I still haven't made a wagon. How I've gotten this far without making a wagon is beyond me. But I have not. Sorry, I'm just seeing these cool assets. Oh. That I've made, and it's like, I feel obligated to use them. Horse trough. This is an encounter map. Man. I'm gonna do more of these now. This is so neat. I am enjoying this a lot. Something else I haven't made yet. I haven't made tree stumps. I need to make tree stumps really badly. That could add a lot to something like this, is having some tree stumps. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with the camp. I'm not doing the camp anymore. Stop doing the camp. Get away, step away from the camp, Mr. Valor. Wow. Okay. Um, this is why I would like stumps, because it would be so useful right here to have stumps. To show where they've like cleared this stuff out. We're going to take a different approach here real quick. I think we're going to just erase all this stuff where we don't want it. Yeah, if anybody new shows up in chat, let me know. I'll show you all what the bottom looks like if you're just coming in and haven't seen what we're working with yet. We're working with some stuff. We got some stuff going on. It's pretty badass. I am watching chat now because I'm no longer placing assets. So after this, I think I'm doing the think this is the woods, and here for this next map, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to take a little break or just jump directly into this next map. Like I said, we're dangerously close on this map, y'all. Like dangerously close. Could use, yeah, I could use tree stumps, and I could also use fallen trees. I could use those too. Just some of the basic stuff that I'd like to make at some point and get around to it. Yeah, let's have less trees here in this middle area. Not no trees, just less trees. Looks like the roll is on. I was hoping to have someone else I know to raid whenever I leave. That might be the determining factor. If someone shows up to raid, I'll be like, I'm out. And if not, keep going. Probably am going to take a break here in a second. Or, well, not in a second, in a few minutes. At some point, I will need to eat lunch. I had a late breakfast, so that will carry me for a while. But at some point, I will have to get lunch. Oh, I'm such a doofus. I do have fallen logs. I'm such a doofus. with that camp, it's good. I totally forgot to do roof shadows. Oh my god. Maybe I do need a break. Because that's a doofus move. Oh no. Oh y'all, I messed up. Probably means it's lunchtime. So I'm going to fix this screw up and then I'm probably going to have lunch because I merged the chimneys with the houses. Which is dumb as shit. But honestly, this is just going to take me a minute or two to fix. It's not going to be that bad. It's so long ago, it's not even worth me trying to like... So if I did want to make interiors, I could. And I lined this out to be just a little bit over 10 by 10. So... like I said, I'm not... this isn't like a horrible mistake, but it's definitely a sign that I need to probably take a break. Because that's pretty big. It's a pretty big screw up, honestly. If it had been a different situation, it could have been a lot worse. Rockin' and rollin' down to the beat. Ah, darn it. Copyright. Can't sing that stuff. I think you can sing it for like a minute or two. I will say this camp is pretty badass. So I've been working since I think started the stream about 11, so I've been going for about 2 hours. It probably is time for a break. Although I think trying to decide games at 6. I don't have a ton of prep work to do, maybe like less than an hour. So I think I'm gonna do the Hive next. Once I finish up this map. I'm really liking this map, y'all. Alright, I was on logs. Cliffs are the last thing. I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep cliffs. Well, I don't know. I said that and then I immediately enjoyed what happened when I moved that. It's making it feel kind of like this is in, maybe this is in kind of like rocky terrain. Oh, and I still need to do the, roads and the ground and the shadows. So that's actually still a little bit of work. Still got the ground and lighting. We could make that lower layer a little darker, like the ground. We might. Let's go ahead and finish. Let's go ahead and finish. Modular ground. Let's go ahead and finish this. Might even come through and clean up some of those trees around the cliffs here in a second. Yeah. Let's do that real quick. I want to clean up the trees. Because when I clean up the trees, that might open up more places for me to put paths. That's trippy. Am I the only one here watching myself? Looks like it. Oh well. I'm having fun though. I think now we're getting close. But I don't know if I'm going to make it without lunch. So I think I'm going to call it here. I don't have anybody to raid. Well, I don't have anybody to raid with, so it's kind of doesn't matter. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out. Those of you who hung out, if you're watching this later, thank you for watching later. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.